YouTube. Alright, so this video is going to be the first in a series of videos. This is going to be kind of a series on faith based on, actually, Mormon or LDS beliefs. Now, the reason I'm doing this video in the first place is, one, for personal friends and family to watch and consider several points of faith and faith-based works, specifically LDS faith-based concepts and ideas. And the second reason for making this video is at the end of the video series, taking into account the entire video series, I'm going to ask or basically advertise and present the video as a direct question to the basically the Mormon prophet, his advisors, counselors, and the 12 apostles. A direct question to the upper leadership of the LDS Church. The reason being is that I doubt they are ignorant to many of the things I'm going to present in these videos, and I would like to know, I would like to present to them a solution as well as pose a question. So that's that. Okay, so let's get started. Let's not waste any time. I've got lunch, right in on lunch here. Okay, so first I would like to talk about the mystical experience. I think the mystical experience is extremely overrated. There's been a lot of science and a lot of experiments basically consisting of or trying to evoke the mystical experience. And I personally have had a lot of mystical experiences, but I've also chased after them. For instance, I got into astral projection. I got into a lot of the more occult practices that induce trance-like states, mystical experiences. I meditate every day. I'm a huge meditator, and so I've had a fair amount of mystical experiences, and not only that, I've got some of them down to where I can actually repeat them and verify them. Okay, so let's talk about using the mystical experience as a proof of concept. I think this is where a lot of people get screwed up, and where a lot of people make grievous mistakes based on an experience. The reason why is because we can look at documented experiences. I like to bring up the near-death experience. We see in documented near-death experiences that often Christians will meet Jesus and be taken to heaven and given a tour of heaven by angelic beings. Hindus will often experience the cosmic dance between Kali and Shiva. Atheists, interestingly enough, will experience either an alien abduction episode, interesting, or something more along the lines of running into or meeting past or deceased loved ones. Buddhists will often have a vision of the Buddha in brilliant divine light, a sort of central point. Other mystics will have the experience of seeing the eye of God with the light beaming out from behind it. And so we see that for some reason one person's core beliefs and core faith and beliefs has a direct impact on their near-death experience. Now what also notice is that this is also common in astral projection episodes. Now, from what I understand about astral projection and from the experiences that I've had, there is no break in consciousness between, getting into the meditation and leaving the body. In fact, you will feel yourself leaving the body. You can turn and check out your body. You can look around the room that you're in. What I did notice is that my drapes, once I left my body, were green instead of white. Interesting. Let's think about that for a second. If the mystics of old are correct, we have all the spirit really is a manifestation of mind. If the mystics are correct, the spirit world is a sort of mental consciousness, etheric material. And that being the case, and if perhaps, as they say, dreams take place in the astral and spiritual worlds, this gives us a good indication of the amount of mental influence that one may have on the astral and spiritual worlds. That being the case, it suddenly makes sense why one's core beliefs would make itself manifest in a spiritual situation, and why the mystical experience cannot be trusted on that level. So, though a Christian may see Jesus Christ, and though a Buddhist may see the Buddha, and though a Hindu may see the great cosmic dance between Kali and Shiva, this does not necessarily mean that that is in fact the reality of what is happening. All this is indicating is that possibly, from a scientific point of view, we can't for sure say conclusively that that is what's happening, because there are only very few ways of testing it, and very few people have actually put it to the test, and even more few have actually put it to the test under controlled situations. But what we can say is that it is possible that when these people leave their body and enter the spirit world, that their experience is merely the perception of their own core beliefs being imprinted on this consciousness ether, this etheric substance that the spirit and astral worlds consist of. Okay, so first of all, there we go. It doesn't matter what the mystical experience is, whether it's a warm, fuzzy feeling, whether it's a vision, whether it's hearing something, or whether it's a full-blown, out-of-body astral projection, or even the Buddhist and Hindu notion of, of enlightenment cannot be fully trusted.